Keep going, Jude. That's really good how you're changing direction. That's amazing. The game you're about to see is called Cat and Mouse. It's a fun twist on a tag game. What we'll be looking at is for the players to be able to be in a position around an area which can be either a triangle or a square or any size area that you want to look at. And the objective is for them to try and tag the other teammate whilst maintaining their position around the grid. We'll be looking at opportunities for them in this game to try and change direction and also their ability to communicate with a blocker who will be in the middle of the grid. This game is going to be called Cat and Mouse. One person being one animal and another, and we're going to try and catch them in a small area, and we're going to try and work on different movements. When we tag someone, how do you think we should tag them to be safe? Just make sure no one gets hurt. So how could you tag him? Whereabouts would you tag him? On the shoulder? So we're going to try and tag someone on the shoulder when we run around a small area. You're going to go and stand in the one over there. There's a big square. So the three of you want to go in there? And the three of you here are going to go in the yellow triangle over there for me. So put one in the middle. The other two are going to stand on the outside of your triangle. You're now going to try and run around the outside. One person's going to be one animal and one person's going to be the other. So you're going to decide, are you going to be the cat or the mouse? Or are you going to be the cat and are you going to be the mouse? So you're going to decide that. The player in the middle is going to try and block the runner of the cat. So Donica is going to try and block the run of the cat, but you can only go around the outside of your shape. You can't go through the inside. There we go. You've got to stay on the middle for me. Keep going. Did you get him?
Yeah.
Keep going then. You got to try. Keep going.
I was outside.
That's okay. Keep going. So you're going to go and stand in that one for me. So that's the cat and you're the mouse. So which way might you have to run now? Right there. Give him a second to run. Go on then. Go. Keep going. Keep going. That's brilliant. Good change of direction. Keep going. Perfect. Keep going. Did you get him? You get 1 point if you do that. Well done. And stop there. So you're going to try and stay close to your triangle for me. And you can only move next to your triangle. Is that okay? Okay, and stop there. All the animals, stop there. On the outside now, what I'd like you to do, the person that was in the middle, you're going to change with either the cat or the mouse. So you have a change for me. All the animals, you're going to choose the different animals. So the three of you here, you're going to choose your own animal. Okay? So you can decide now which animal you want to be. Dexter, are you the blocker? Yeah. So you've got to stay inside. You can't leave the triangle. Okay? And stop there. So what we need to do, so are you which animal were you?
Mouse.
Okay, so when you're the mouse, and what animal were you?
Cat.
So Dexter, you go and be the blocker again. Perfect. So if you're the mouse, you can run round here, but we can't go too far this way. We've got to stay really close to the dots here. You got it? Go. So how do you change direction? If I stand up really upright, really hard to try and change direction. So what might I have to do with my body? Move and keep my body low so I can get into a position and then change direction. What happens if I keep my feet flat on the ground? Is it easy to change direction or hard?
Hard.
If I start going like this. Is that hard?
Hard.
What could I do? What part of my foot could I use? Toes. So if I use my toes, I can run around and it's easier for me. You see the little square we've got there? Yeah. We've got loads of different things there that we can use now to help tag someone. So in your group of three, one person, in your three, you're going to go and choose something from the square to bring back to your group. This time, when I tag someone, I've got to try and use this to tag them on the shoulder. And if I do that, I get 1 point. Okay, go. Keep going, Jude. That's really good how you're changing direction. That's amazing. Go on then, you've got to try and get him now. Are you going to try and block? You've got to try and stay as close to you can to your square. Stay closer. That's really good change of direction, Dexter. Keep going. So you can't go, Jack, we can't go through the middle of the triangle yet, only around the outside. Okay? So now we might be a bunny that hops, or what does a kangaroo do? Someone show me how to skip. So we might skip now on the outside. Okay? That's really good blocking skills. Jack, make sure you stay on the inside. That's perfect. So what you can do with your ball, you might run this way and then change direction and run back round. Okay? Go. You're going to catch her. And then you're going to tag her on the shoulder, you get your 1 point. This time what I'm going to let you do, rather than just running on the outside to try and catch them and tig them, you can go through the triangle, but you can only do it once. There we go. So Jack, you've got to try and stay really close to the 3 yellow dots. Go. Good, well done. How many points is that, Dexter? 1 point, well done. So you've got to try and kick the ball away from the person you're chasing. But the blocker in the middle has to keep moving the ball using both feet, if you can, in your area. Try and stay close to your triangle for me. That's brilliant. That's really good blocking skills. You're going to try and stay in the triangle for me. Good boy. What you can do, so I'm going to let you, you can go through the triangle, so you can go through it as well. So you might run through and then you can get her. Okay? I really like that, Jude. So instead of sometimes keeping it on the floor, you can use your hands and your feet. That's really good. Keep going. That was really good. Have you got him? In the game that you've just seen of cat and mouse, we got the players to choose a different sized area. Some were triangles, some were squares, and we also changed the number of players that were ability to go through an area. So we saw lots of players having an opportunity at changing direction, changing them from having an upright position to being slightly lower, and rather than being flat on their feet, being on their toes or the balls of their feet to enable them to change direction a lot quicker. Some of the children were finding it quite hard to tag another teammate, so rather than change the area size, we just changed the rules by allowing them to go through the triangle or through the square to try and tag their other teammate. This gives those an opportunity who may be finding it harder or may not be physically as developed to still have some success within the game. You would have also seen that we gave opportunities for the players to come up with their own names for the animals that they would be chasing. This gives them an element of discovery and imagination for them to come up with names such as lions, tigers, catching different animals, and then they may replicate the sounds or the movements such as a kangaroo hopping and bounding around as you would have seen in the session. Also in the game you would have saw, after we used different types of equipment such as bean bags and soft toys, we then introduced using a football. We gave the players an opportunity to either hold the ball in their hands, or those that felt more comfortable could put the ball on their feet. There was also one moment where one of the players, Jude, actually alternated between using the ball in his hands and using the ball on his feet to try and give him an advantage in the game. This gives the players autonomy on whether they want to use the ball in their hands or on the feet, and introducing the football element to the fun game.